How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Nicole's View for alerting people to come to my backup channel, and I will be getting my main channel back, my royal family, and I also want to let y'all know that I'm going to start putting a few videos on my backup channel so I can build up the subscribers. So I thank everyone, because I know other people played a part in it too. So my royal family, like I said before, there is no need to worry at all when it comes to the Amber Guyger trial. The murderous bitch. I said that I would make sure I cover anything in this. And you see this is a bit of a long video, and the shit has already got messy and the trial has not even started. So we got a few videos to watch. Y'all know how I do over here. Some of the videos may have a tendency to overlap, but there's a purpose why I do everything, so we can get a fuller, complete picture of what's going on in this. So let's go on this journey. So first and foremost, let's go over here real quick. Based on what I'm getting ready to report to the royal family, I know that the white supremacists, and I'm being very specific, and the enemy's supporters, again, and the enemy's supporters, don't like this judge. And so far, let's continue to keep her uplifted. She is staying on code. And what I was thinking about, my royal family, they're hooping and hollering about Amber Guyger can't get a fair trial, and the enemy has also implied that people that live in that particular region in Dallas, that they're basically incompetent, but all the areas where they want to go outside the unquote rim, they have better judgment and everything, and she can get a fair trial. See, these people think we dumb. We hip to y'all motherfucking game. We hip. And also, the enemy, we hip to you. And that is why when I do my spiritual videos, my royal family, that that's why I'm always saying, I had mentioned in one of my spiritual videos, y'all remember when I did Royal Smoke and Royal Fire, that I said, it ain't just Esau. All of them are complicit in doing whatever they can to try their best to destroy, mock, ridicule, and show their utter disdain. And I'm talking about the enemy supporters, because, you know, they reaping the benefits by boiling down to massa. So we got to remember, my royal family, that when they were seeing us on the auction block, there was other races of people here too. Now, we was here, and I'm going to always emphasize that. Our base is a Kebalan, but we are indigenous to this entire planet. And I'm sick and tired of everybody sucking on us and having disdain for us, and getting mad because we won't go alone and get along. And our judge here, I truly think that she is utterly pissed with Amber Guyger's attorneys. They put out that 911 audio. We ain't no damn fool. Somebody got paid behind the scenes to gain some sympathy over this murderous bitch. I know this video long, my royal family. I have to speak on it. I know some people feel some kind of way when I go on and on and on. If it's bothering you, just continue to move on. This is just how I get down on this channel. And if I feel what I feel, I go with what I feel, and I'm going to speak on it. I have been patiently, and staying in a state of prayer like many, waiting for this to execute. And in a few short days, oh yeah, the shit is going to hit the fan. And prepare yourself, my royal family. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real raw. Oh yeah, it's going to be raw. Real raw. So as we continue on, my royal family. So, we continue to see this mutt for what she is, and she can't disguise, with this little makeup job they did her. She can't even walk. You really see the core of her and everything. And they are really, really strongly invested in securing a not guilty verdict. So, here it says, we are ready for justice. Botham Jean family arrives in Dallas for Amber Guyger's murder trial. All right, we're going to play this first video. It's 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Finley says she vividly remembers September 6th of last year when she got the call her brother had been shot and killed by former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger.
I think our life has been disrupted since September 6th, since I received that call.
She says her family hasn't been able to properly mourn his loss because the trial has been looming over them.
The nerves have been going crazy. Yes, we've been looking forward to it because it is a crucial time for us, and it's a crucial step for us to heal.
Some of Jean's family, including his mother, have been called as witnesses.
We're seeking justice for both of them. And I think justice looks like for his killer to be found guilty of murder, so that we can move on and focus on grieving, like Lee said, and focus on continuing his legacy through the foundation.
Finley says they've started a foundation to continue the volunteer work Jean was known for.
We are focusing our energy, the family's focusing on their energy on encouraging people to continue his legacy and remembering Bo that way.
He was a worship leader and spent his life helping others. They started the movement and hashtag to be like Bo.
From a young age, had a good foundation on Christianity. So I think a lot of who he became was him really trying to be more like Christ.
The trial is expected to last 2 weeks. His family says they are eager for it to start and finish. In Dallas, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
Okay, my royal family. Now I have something to read y'all before I play the next video. So, let's see here, we can get this. Botham Jean's family lawyer slams Dallas police for trying to delay Amber Guyger's trial. Yes, my royal family. Like I said, let the motherfucking games begin. They're going to try to pull all antics. You see how they work side by side. Now, technically, she got fired from the police force. She got stripped of everything. She ain't even allowed to carry a gun. She ain't no cop, but they treating her like she's still on the force. And don't lose sight, my royal family, that she got 3 lawyers. They added a lawyer. These are 6-figure lawyers. Where is the money coming from? Who's paying for all of this? Who sent her on a vacation to the Bahamas? Went there at the wrong damn time. She needed to be sucked up in the motherfucking ocean when Dorian was popping off. So as we continue on, after months of delays, Amber Guyger's murder trial was supposed to begin on September 23rd. Now the Dallas Police Association is asking for another delay. The off-duty pig who killed Botham Jean in cold-ass murder. In his... I'm in my feelings right now, family. They should have said in his own home back on September 6th. Lee Merritt, the family attorney for the Jean family, is slamming the Dallas Police Association. Merritt wrote on Facebook, in effect, the DPA, Dallas Police Association, has concluded that the parents of Botham Jean should be required to wait a few more months while their child's killer roam free, so that corn dog festivals and deep fried butter sales aren't adversely impacted. The very notion is profane. Such a call is absurd. He continued, the ideal that a police officer association place a higher priority on recreation than it does justice is mystifying. Notwithstanding, there is no base whatsoever for any concern about unrest. Botham Jean was in fact murdered during this same time last year. The state fared continued unscathed. Merritt closed with countless coinciding activities, including college rival games, street festivals, and public events, continue without a hitch. This called by the DPA is designed to do nothing more than fan the flames of discord and fear. It should be rejected outright by the decision makers in this case, and the DPA should be ashamed for placing so little value of the life of a Dallas citizen. Okay, the rest of that shit is about what went down. So, let's get into these next videos.
Botham Jean says the murder trial for former DPD officer Amber Guyger should move forward as planned. This after the president of the largest police association cited safety concerns in his call to delay the trial. Our Steve Pickett joining us live now from the Crowley Courthouse. And Steve, what have you learned?
Well, when we spoke with this older sister today, she is the first of these family members, Brooke, to arrive here in the U.S. from St. Lucia as this trial gets underway, officially opening statements on Monday, talking to her about her brother, her family member, others about this particular case. And as you mentioned, this discussion about this statement from the DPA president, she said the case should go forward and anything other than that would be wrong.
We're seeking justice for Botham.
Elisa Finley is an older sister, a voice for the family of Botham Jean, a voice offered to remind and remember.
And I think justice looks like for his killer to be found guilty of murder, so that we can move on.
Jean died after being shot while in his own Dallas apartment. Amber Guyger is the former Dallas police officer who caused Jean's death and sits in court accused of murder. Guyger claims she confused Jean's apartment for her own and mistook him for a burglar. The shooting, which spurred public protests, generated criticism of the Dallas Police Department's handling of the investigation, now has another controversy.
Well, I think the department is doing everything we can to get ready for really the unknown.
The president of the Dallas Police Association called for delaying the trial, saying public safety could be impacted. Jean's sister today said her family's call for justice has been delayed for a year now.
No, we're not okay with the trial being delayed, because delaying the trial again will delay us from grieving. So I think our life has been disrupted since September 6th, since I received that call. So I think it's insensitive for him to say that, because he's not thinking about the family, he's not thinking about the victim.
Elisa Finley talking about the character of her brother as well. For example, there is a foundation in his name. There's a gala here that will fundraise for the very work that Botham Jean have been doing in their island nation of St. Lucia on helping others. They start that foundation gala here on the 29th, just days after this trial begins, which, by the way, would be Botham Jean's birthday.
Okay, my royal family. So, as we continue on,
trial is set to begin Monday here at the Frank Crowley Courts building in Dallas, but about a month ago, the Dallas Police Association asked Judge Tammy Kemp to delay the start for 60 to 90 days.
all right, we got a little...
The reason for the police union's request? The month-long State Fair of Texas begins next Friday, and Guyger's trial could last about 2 weeks. The police union says the severely understaffed department is already going to be stretched thin with the fair. Add any possible demonstrations related to the Guyger trial or verdict, and the police union says it's concerned about public safety.
I'm looking out for not only for the men and women who wear the badge and the men and women of the fire department, I'm looking out for the citizens. I'm looking out for the 200,000 people that go to the fair every weekend. Is it worth risking their life?
Our prayers to the entire...
Keep in mind, there have been mostly peaceful protests in the year since former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger shot and killed Botham Jean in his own apartment after mistaking it for hers and him for an intruder. Jean's sister is now in Dallas for the trial and spoke this afternoon about the Botham Jean Foundation's upcoming gala on what would have been Jean's 28th birthday. Alyssa Finley says the family wants this trial to start Monday so it can end and they can finally grieve. She reacted to the police union president's request.
I think our life has been disrupted since September 6th, since I received that call. So I think it's insensitive for him to say that, because he's not thinking about the family, he's not thinking about the victim.
Well, as of now, there is no indication from Judge Tammy Kemp's office that Amber Guyger's murder trial will be delayed. In Dallas, Maria Guerrero.
All right, let me shut that down completely. I don't want to make... Okay, that has shut down my royal family. So before I get into this last video, I'll try to refresh some of the royal family's memory. Now, after this pig murdered our royal son, I'm gonna say maybe within a month of that, I think, and I'm gonna have to look in my archives later when the main channel is back up. It was time. It just happened that it was time for the federal dollars came down, and they were having, what you would call that, the board came together for the city of Dallas, and that money was for possibly the police department and the fire department, that I think of possibly getting a raise, and also money would be allocated where they could get more equipment and different things like that. And I remember, because he comes off like a bully, he was very, very pissed that that the police department didn't get a raise. And I forget who this white guy was, but what this white boy was saying was so true. Basically, what he was saying to the president who of the Dallas police: are you serious that you basically gonna wash your ass up in here and with a straight face pretty much demand that your police officers deserve a raise? And even before the Botham Jean situation, there has been a lot of shit popping off in Dallas. That's why sometimes they'll try to get a outsider police chief, which she ain't shit either. And so he looked him dead in the face. He said, y'all need to get y'all basically shit together. And at this point, he also said, you know, we're on the world stage and everybody is looking at what's going down, and it ain't a good look. And then you expect to be rewarded for your failures. Oh yeah, they do. They do. This is how these people get down. There's been endless cases where it's obvious police brutality, and they might get off completely or a little tap on the wrist, and then when they come back, they will give them another rank. Oh yeah, they do that type of stuff. And they forget that we are paying them. And this is what we're basically doing, and it's beyond our control, but us taxpayers are basically funding gangsters, robbers, murderers, thieves, rapists, or whatever you can think of throughout the United States. When it comes to these pigs, they have committed every crime that you can think of on the book. And then they still want to be compensated because they put themselves on a whole different realm. But see, people don't even want to be cops anymore now because we don't look at them as safe. I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, I was up there in Seattle and I was reading this article up in Oregon. Now, up in those regions, it's lily white. And some cops came into a coffee shop and the customers felt quite uncomfortable and let the owner know. And the owner told the cops, don't come back here no more. And that's been happening throughout the United States. They it's a time they could come to the coffee shop, get free donuts and coffee. We don't want you around because you're subject to come up dead. Don't, having a squabble in your household and making that phone call, subject to come up dead. Your child acting up, they subject to come up dead. And then on top of that, they want to be compensated. And they'll look us straight in the face and basically saying, based on what you seen on our police cam, that didn't happen that way. Or they'll say, oh, you don't know what happened before we cut it on. It don't even have to be the police cam. These people think we are dumb. They don't think we got a clue. They rotten to the fucking core. And it doesn't matter the race of the person, because they could look like you or I. These are one of the enemy supporters, and they feel like they on that level. Then, I'm ranting today, family. You just gonna have to bear with me. Where her ass at? Then this motherfucking Sally, she immediately goes straight into that shit that them coons do. Remember, because some of y'all are new, me and Lisa Cabrera on our Cabrera Santana channel, we interviewed the main witness, and we got a lot of insight about how they get down. And I remember the main witness, Bonnie said that when they was trying to get whatever kind of paperwork done, and they needed a lawyer's John Hancock, I think it was over 10 lawyers. They would not sign that shit to protect that murderous bitch. So they had to go way, way far. And they had that one good old boy judge that would do it. One, that speaks volumes. Mark my words, my royal family. It is something in this case that is concerning them. And they want to continue to delay it so we could possibly forget it, or y'all can finagle something and manipulate something. Let's not lose sight, my royal family. Now, Lisa reported that quite a few of her cases were dismissed. And 9 times out of 10, when they arresting folks, they look like you and I. And they not real quick to drop anything on us. They don't give a fuck about us. Keep that in mind. They don't care about us at all. but something is going on. Now, they would leak out where she trying to sound all pitiful and hyperventilating and shit like that. Y'all done already heard. I can't listen to it no more. She knew what the fuck she was doing. They even need to get at the 911 operator. Oh, everybody immediately got up on code. Scrub your social media. You know, she was able to roam the street for 3 days. They helping her pack and shit. Somebody even put on my channel, they said that bitch left her dirty panties in the apartment. That's how invested my royal family, these people, is trying to uphold white supremacy. And ain't it sweet, my royal family, that we are in a space and time that we are watching America fall on the world stage. So don't lose sight, my royal family, in this war, because we in a multi-layer war. The ones of us that are standing as I speak, we are the cream of the crop, because there's going to be so much going on. Yah put us here because he knew way before we got here. It's like, you know, like those special elite forces they have in the military and in the police force, that we can withstand, stand firm, because it's going to be a lot of antics, because these people are utterly afraid of relinquishing power. And that's what we're looking at. So they're going to pull all these antics to give the illusion that they got it together. So just think about what I'm saying, my royal family. They only leaked out one thing. They didn't leak out his toxicology report. They didn't leak out her toxicology report. And trust and believe, this trial, they're going to dig in her ass. They're going to dig in her ass. And we're going to find out what's really going on. And we got to be very watchful that the other side and these pigs going to try some type of antic. Because I've already been reading different things and listening to different things where these shock jocks that be on the radio in Dallas, they're speaking on code because they want their own to go out there and riot, saying, I don't know if we can handle them. You heard what the enemy supporter said. You know, he's worried about people's safety. You got me fucked up. All of us. We know what's going on. You ain't even good at what you do. And I did say that I noticed that the activists and everything were kind of low key. Now, it was a little bit of hyperbia at first, which needs to be, but they've been low key. And I said, somebody is starting to understand how to do this thing, because they did that in Chicago with the Van Dyke case. I heard a brother say, we're not going to be out here marching no more. You know, all that kicking and screaming and hollering. No, y'all need to be more concerned when we get quiet. Think about it. When you're quiet, the enemy don't know what you're thinking. That's all about the art of war. But when you up and down the street hooping and hollering and kicking over trash cans and burning up shit, that's a form of entertainment. We need to continue to be quiet. They don't know what way we're going to come. They want a riot. They want shit burned down and say, see, I told you so. So if anything pop off, we know that it was orchestrated, and we know that it was funded by the enemy and the enemy supporters. Renee Hall, you one dusty bitch. And I thank you, Father Yah, that so far, I ain't going to get overzealous. Don't trip off of the tone and the excitement in my voice. I'm very clear, because I don't know what Tammy is about. But look at it, my royal family. It first landed in a black woman's hand, And it was many things that she could have done. But all of a sudden, she acting like she's so incompetent, or she don't have the power to fire. But she done fired a number of black cops because they stole some shit out the store. But then when somebody murder one of your own, you don't have a clue what to do. So now it's partially back in the hand of another sister, because she ain't our sister. And I just pray we got to keep Judge Tammy kept in deep prayer, and those angels be inside and outside that courtroom and just be there. Because ultimately, in the end, Yahweh has the ultimate say. So we shall see, my royal family. So I'm going to play this last video. I had to get that out.
Dallas Police Association is now defending its call to delay former police officer Amber Guyger's murder trial. As we had first reported yesterday, the association's pushing for what they would like, and that's a 30 to 60-day delay.
And among those critical of the request, the victim's family, as they wait for that trial to start next Monday. JD Miles live in Dallas with our top story here at 5 o'clock. JD, what's the latest?
Brooke, we learned today that the DPA met with city leaders and discussed this issue, including with the mayor, but the call for delay has led to a sharp response from Jean's family.
Protests have already been organized outside Amber Guyger's emotionally charged murder trial, which starts next week. It led the largest organization of Dallas officers to suggest delaying the trial until after the 24-day run of the state fair, which begins next week. Dozens of officers will be assigned to security there, and the Dallas Police Association believes it's irresponsible of city and county leaders not to delay the trial 30 to 60 days. That trial is over the shooting death of Botham Jean, who Guyger claims was killed because she entered the wrong apartment in her building and thought he was an intruder. Jean's family accused the DPA of caring more about recreation than justice.
Well, I think our life has been disrupted since September 6th, since I received that call. So I think it's insensitive for him to say that, because he's not thinking about the family, he's not thinking about the victim.
Today, DPA President Mike Mata responded to that.
This has nothing to do with economic growth or dollars coming into the city. This has everything to do with public safety. And I have a responsibility, speaking for the members of the Dallas Police Association, the members of the Dallas Police Department, to make it known that these are things that could happen.
But Mata says he hopes he's wrong.
I hope we have a peaceful response, okay? But we as a police department and a police association, we have to plan for the worst and hope for the best. I want them to know that, that I made it known that we did try.
As he said yesterday, Mata does not believe that the trial will be delayed, and at this point there's no indication from the judge that will happen. Live in Dallas, JD.
All right, my royal family. So, where am I here? So the question that I asked my royal family: why do you think the enemy and the enemy supporters want to continue to delay this? We know this does not have anything to do with a fair or whatever type of event. What energy that you are picking up, my royal family? That's what I want to know. I want the royal family to use what we've been blessed with, and we got many gifts. And I truly feel in the depths of my soul that all of us are empathic. Some of us may not know it because we all been affected by the system. I say this often. And we're always put in a state of survival. We got to worry about the food that we put on the table. We got to worry about keeping a roof over our head. Then we got to worry about the enemy and the enemy supporters. So, do your own thinking, my royal family. I want feedback. And it don't have to be on what I ask. Y'all are free here to do your thing. All right? The one thing that I ask, I only have one rule. Well, actually, technically two. When the enemy is leaving messages, comments, don't argue with them. Don't go back and forth with them. And I really mean it. I'm trying to make sure everyone get that wrench or the unquote pimp hand, get rid of their ass. Because I'm sick of them coming over to our channels talking about I'm white and I agree with you. They still, when they say that, basically they're already saying I'm superior. We don't got time for you. Get rid of them. And I mean this to the depths of my soul. I don't care how long you've been on this channel. You start giving up your energy to the enemy, I will block you from this channel and want you back. Because I don't want you entertaining them at all. And then one more thing. And I'm getting real sick and tired of unquote Hispanics coming to the channel, and now all of a sudden, I ain't never had y'all to come, but after these shootings, now all of a sudden y'all want to come and we all buddy friends. I didn't heard the derogatory things y'all have said about us. Get your ass on, you disingenuous. Put up your own motherfucking channel and talk about your own problems in your own community. Because y'all sit by the sidelines and watch this shit happen. Now it's impacting your backyard and front yard. Because many have stood idly by and watched what goes on with the royal family. But y'all don't mind coming from another wherever and come directly to the unquote hood and set up housekeeping. And all you want is our coins. But then when you get foot put in your ass, then we shall overcome, and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, y'all full of shit. We are royalty. We don't mingle and lower ourselves and get off our throne to entertain the enemy and the enemy supporters. So that second rule that I have is no male bashing and no female bashing. We don't do that over here. Often I address y'all with the most respectful way, and I mean that to the depths of my soul. You are my queens. I respect you. You are my kings. I respect you, and we need you. And our royals, we love you too. I can't really form my mouth, royal family, to say, boy. So I had to come up with something. And I said, there are royals. They are our gifts. And much in love and respect to our elders that contribute to these channels. I thank y'all, family, because this is a long video, but I'm in I'm in my emotions. And I just been waiting for this time to come. And it's been long. We don't need no more delays. So, as I close out, I'm going to pray. Father Yah, I pray for the many oceans, lakes, rivers, and streams. I pray for every blade of grass, every grain of sand, every flower, and every tree. And as I pray these prayers, I pray that my prayers are heartfelt, and I pray that my prayers are heard. I pray for the sick, and I pray for the suffering. And I pray, Father Yah, to the depths of my soul to continue to keep us covered in this war. And I thank you, Father Yah, for getting us to this point and getting ever so close to seeing the true light. And as I continue to pray, Father Yah, I pray that that courthouse in Dallas is fully protected with the angels inside and outside. And I pray that justice will be served. But I respect, Father Yah, what your ultimate decision is. And I do know, Father Yah, that you have your law and you don't change it at all for no one. And I know, Father Yah, that the enemy set up their laws, but they can't get around you. So ultimately, all of us have to atone to the laws in the universe. Amen. So, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.